There we go. 1-0 versus Infi, meeting now in the lower bracket in the Pro Qualifier round of 8 here. Focus took first place in the group, somewhat surprisingly, I guess. And now in the lower bracket, it's between these two outstanding world-class players who have met in World Championship Grand Finals before, and now in a best of 3, they are meeting again online. We have had a few clowny games today. Is this going to be another one of those? Or are the players going to play more standard now? Starting off with an AM, looking so far so standard from the human side. And for 1-0, it's a DK Ted Fiend opening. Standard as standard can be. And the influence from Happy continues. Whereas 1-0 used to start off with creeping against human. Nowadays, he is playing instant aggression, just like Happy. Acolyte last hit. Oof. Well, it was kind of close. But Infi played around it well. DK, no experience on him. Oh, Acolyte denies itself. AM already a little bit hurt. Nice footy control. Did you see that? Footies were blocking the way of the DK. Ready to put in some damage. Maybe find us around. What? One base tech from Infi on LR? I would not have expected that. LR is a great expansion map. Infi is a great expansion player. Alright, he's playing one base rifles now. One base rifles into tier 3. Was all the rage at WGL. TH and Infi were both playing it. TH was playing it better and made it work for the most part. Until he met Happy. Against 1-0 it was successful, by the way. And Happy himself said that this is a good style. That he had been struggling in practice quite a few times against that. Tech is a little bit faster for the Undead side. And the skeleton scouting. The skeleton harassment, by the way, does make a difference. The more militia time you force, the lower the lumber is going to be. And the harder the tier 2 expansion for the human is if he does want a tier 2 expand. So I like the early lumber mill. Should make lumber income rather easily acquirable. Just gonna finish it now. I still think tier 2 human rifles into tier 2 human expo can be really good. If you just get a bit of time to mass that production. Oh, the Fiend. Flirting with danger. Oh, flirting with danger even more now. Infi is very good at those footy surrounds, but won't find one here. Oh, 1-0 wants to steal away the Ogre Magi. With 2 coils, that's definitely doable. But it's gonna cost a bit of mana. Oh, he saves the second coil. Takes a bit more damage because of this. Doesn't get the last hit here. AM picks it up and gets his level 2. One footman is definitely going to be falling, using the coil to fasten up this process a little bit. But DK is low HP, doesn't have too much mana anymore. So I think tier 2 expo is definitely in the cards for Infi if he wants. He does have the lumber for this. MK is already coming, Sanctum's coming. So lumber now will be a plenty for him. Continuing to creep his Infi. And that's the thing, when you go for this level 1 DK harass, oftentimes you won't be getting level 2 and then you have to fall back to get level 2. Sometimes you're low HP as well. And ideally, if the human does go for the tier 2 expansion, you want to harass it right when it's being crept. Then it can be really expensive. With Lich coming in, with Nova, with mass skeletons, and with a bunch of fiends plus the DK. And I think 1-0 is looking for exactly for that. Yeah, he's double scouting with skeletons. He wants to know about a possible expansion over here. Oh, I like that move a lot by Infi. He realizes the Ogre Magi is gone, so he can creep with only a Water Elemental and the Peasants. Elemental gets ensnared though, so this is a lot of damage, kind of, on these Peasants actually. Oh, who got the item? Sorry, I missed this. DK got it. Greater healing for him. Lots of mana invested here for these last hits. The Lich now doesn't have Nova anymore. MK is still patient with the Stormbolt, not using it yet. Okay, Peasants didn't take too much damage. And there we go! Good old Rifle Tier 2 Expo. It's like a Battle.net classic. And that's the downside, actually, of stealing this Ogre Magi. Suddenly it's so easy to creep for the Militia. And also the DK, being level 2 so late, and being low HP, made harassment harder for the Undead. So, this expansion seems to be coming up rather easily.
A player's forces are under attack.
Continuous skeleton harass could be an issue. I'm kind of surprised 1-0 isn't spamming those skeletons down there. Focusing on creeping at the moment instead. It's gonna be level 3 for the DK, plus a big consumable. A Book of the Dead could just perhaps kill this expansion. Heal wards. Not that good. Oh, I missed some subs earlier, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, FezzoFesp for the 11-month resub, CKMDE for the 4 months, and Furu Katsuragi with the 16 months. He says, finally catching you guys online. Keep up the great work. Much love, and have an awesome weekend. Thank you very much, my man. Power creeping now as well by Infi. MK already found the greater mana. Book of the Dead. Should be pretty good. Against this style, you don't really want to play Destroyers too much, unless it goes really late. Dark Ranger timing push it is. This is how 1-0 played already against Sok yesterday. Successfully. And Black Arrow, here we go. TP coming in. Always dangerous against the Lich. Everything's going to be clumped up for the Nova. Nova, a little bit off center. That was not that good, honestly. And here comes the Book of the Dead. Trying to help out. Oh, but there is a Destroyer. This heal scroll against the Dispel. That's not something you see every day. Frost Armor as well. To make these Fiends just a little bit more tanky. Help against these Militia especially. Fiend kiting at the moment. It looks like he's miscontrolling a little bit. Peasants getting slaughtered. More skeletons coming up. No Dispel from these priests. Just yet. Do we even have any priests left? I don't believe we do. Oh, and this tier 2 timing. This tier 2 expo. Once again seems to be a little too slow. The Undead tier 3 timing just seems to perfectly line up against that of the human, and that is it. GG. And I think maybe I should reconsider my stance on this. Maybe the tier 2 expo isn't that good. We saw this a second time now in a row, basically. The expansion, when it was being crept, wasn't even harassed, much like it was yesterday. It's just 4 Fiends, Dark Ranger, 1 Destroyer if you need it, and even a Ghoul came in. And the human just doesn't have enough just yet. He's sitting at 40 supply. MK wasn't level 3, that was a big issue, but even with MK level 3, that's not a safe hold at all. Remo taking notes. Yeah, I actually am. I'm taking mental notes. And my mental note is play more aggressively against tier 2 expo. It's basically an all-in push. But it looks good when 1-0 is playing it. Thank you very much, Shavemeister, for the sub. And Wotan. Wotan 12345 for the 2-month resub. Much appreciated. Yeah, TH is playing Undead. I know, guys. I've heard. But we're staying with Group A. If we're finishing a little bit earlier, we're going to catch some of the other games that are still going on. And yeah, we do have some 2-0s today, so we might be able to catch some other games. Again, earlier, Focus defeated Infi in the upper bracket with 2-1, so now we're in the lower bracket. 1-0 with the lead, And I think our next game is shortly gonna start. Oh, it's already... Ah! In just a second, we can join in. There we go. Amazonia will be our last deciding map. That's not true. What am I talking about? The heat is affecting my brain, guys. It's not the last map. Not necessarily. The second map here could be the last one, of course, if 120 wins. Standard build here by the Undead. Ted Fiend opening. On the human side also, all looking very standard. Normal, alter into barracks build. Archmage, no other choice here. This is certainly not a Mountain King map. Graveyard, very far forward. I actually always like this against human. It makes it so the ghouls are far forward, so if you do need to bring them to the fight, they're quicker. And normally they're not in too much danger, and more importantly, there's space in the back of the base to set up Slaughterhouse, which can be in danger of getting destroyed. Getting cancelled. We don't see that too much anymore, though. Level 3 AM footy aggression and stuff. Normally they're busy... Switch colors? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right! Thank you very much. There we go. Oh, Acolyte in a little hidey hole over here. Trying to be disruptive. Taking damage on peasants here matters. Oh, by 1-0 is switching it up. He's not going for the happy style instant aggression. He's going back to creeping first. Gonna be level 1.6 for him. No, wait. Level 1.8. And the Acolyte gets taken out. Claws for the AM. That's exactly what he wanted. Manual of Health, also very nice. 50 free HP right there. Is he gonna go for the kobolds next? This is what I do. Let's see. Coil the kobold and creep the camp. Yeah, get skeletons first. Oh, no, he's not doing it. Or is he? Oh, he's thinking about it. He was thinking about it, but no, he decides to play against the expansion instead. We have 6 peasants over here. One last hit for the level up for the DK. Gets it with the coil. Could have perhaps been played around a little bit better by Infi, but the DK realistically just gets the level 2 here. It's not, can't prevent that, really. 1 peasant dead. 2 peasants dead. It's gonna definitely be 3 peasants dying over here. The big one is the item. And of course the last hit. DK is not allowed to get either. Oh, the peasants! They're taking a beating though. Last hit and item for the AM. That's his level 3. Greater healing as well. That was expensive though. 4 peasants died, right? That hurts. More peasants are coming. Oh, what? Where's all his gold? Oh, okay, there we go. He just set up the town hall. Okay. To the left side. Normally it's always on the right side. Does that have a specific reason? I don't know. Oh, that's an Infi lightning shield right here. But 1-0 is not tapping out of the game. Did that lightning shield deny the last hit?
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't think so. Probably not. So, tier 2 about to finish here. 1-0 on 3 fiends. 3 Fiend tech is kind of the most aggressive tech you can go for against human. With a fast expansion. Oh, almost a surround. He gets... Oh my god, that was so close. Infi, master of surrounds. Also good at blocking. But the Fiend does make it away. No footies lost so far. Really good. By Infi. Oh. Watch Elemental. That's a good bit of experience right there. Infi's playing it well. How many footies does he have? 7 footies. More footies coming. That's what I always like about Infi and TH's play. They mass footies. It's gonna be 8 footmen. And then defend probably. Maybe even 9. Right? I have 6 here. 7. 8 footies. 9 footies. There we go. Mass footmen. Should be able to keep him safe against the fiends. Slaughterhouse, Ziggurat. No tech just yet. 1-0. A little bit low on lumber here, I guess. AM continuing to creep level 3.5 now for him. His inventory is looking really good, by the way. DK though also got level 3, the Lich. So far, no experience. But with Nova against the footies, that might change soon. Here's the first of those Novas. Still no defend. This is the 10th footy. Shouldn't he go for defend? I feel like he should. Good region score here for the footman. Splitting his footy forces, in fact. Yeah, the tech has started. No shredder for Infi. Hiding here at the back of his natural. Only 3 fiends and 2 heroes. It's not that scary yet. But statues will be coming. More fiends. 3rd hero. Destroyer's orb will be coming. So that's gonna be scary. And that's what Infi has to get ready for. Tier 3 though. Still fairly far away. Few footies are dying. But that's their job. Here's the statue now. Much more regen, much more recovery with that and the level 2 coil. A great help at keeping these fiends alive. Skeletons always being split away from the rest of the army. Here's the shredder now, so lumber issues will be a thing of the past soon. I'd like to see the main walled off here. Otherwise, a fiend run by is always a danger. Later on when the Dark Ranger is there and the orb. Tower cancel. You do have to go for a few towers, at least 2 guard towers, otherwise it's just too easy for destroyers to crack the base. Oh, the Lich gets around. Wow, well done. And now defend is ready. This means the Lich is gonna have to get the TP. Ooh, that was close with the TP transfer. That was really well done. Nice surround by Infi. Only cost him a single footy. Excellent. Excellent usage of those footies. Tier 2. About to be done. He can check tier 3 right away. Is he gonna be that greedy? Rush tier 3? Well, you have to go MK first, of course. But is he gonna make a Sanctum before or not? That's the question. Plenty of towers. Blacksmith. I like the base layout here. It's really hard for the fiends to reach the towers. Only this one really is attackable. The others are too far back.
A player's forces are under attack.
Lich now solo creeping. AM doing the same. Getting very close to level 4, which is a big deal. The increased mana aura does help a lot. For 2nd hero, for casters, and for the AM himself. Claws for the Lich. That's very good. This Lich is starting to look scary now. So, all in against the expansion or counter expo is the question. 1-0 always used to be an all-in player. But it's a new day and age. And here is the 6th Acolyte. He will be going for the counter expo. However, it's gonna be a late one. Oh, that lightning shield though. That's an ouchie. Infi finds the Lion Horn, which is an excellent item. Stormbolt could be a surround here on the DK. I think it is. Oh, he barely squishes out. Nova coming in, Destroyer in the air. These footies now are free experience. And Infi has to run. Even messing the coil here for a bit more damage. So this expansion is coming up. The army positioning is too good. Infi's forces are too small. This means this expansion cannot be cancelled. Not realistically. But it might be too late, because tier 3 is coming. Infrastructure is on the way. Double workshop. Could be gyros, could be tanks. Could also be mortar teams. If 1-0 decides to go for banshees. Oh, one footy over here to harass, but destroyer scouting. This is always what you want to do in the late game. Destroyer scouting, making the creeping more difficult. That, and also keep the counter expo safe. These are the two top priorities for 1-0 right now. And if you can, along with that, creep up yourself, then that's ideal. So yeah, AM can't cancel. He would have loved to be left alone, be down here with the water elemental, cancel the haunted, but 1-0 is on the case. Oh, Destroyer almost died there to the towers apparently. And we have a couple of breakers coming. You do definitely want to have a few breakers in the late game. Between 3 and 4, maybe 5. Against Curse! Because Curse is amazing. And breakers take that potential completely away from the Undead. Here comes the Paladin. And tanks! Good old tanks. The answer to the intended answer to the tank is already here, the Dreadlord. When he gets higher levels with Carry and Swarm, he's pretty good against those tanks. But AZ is a small map. We really don't have many creep camps left. At the red camp, he could get level 3. But solo creeping red camps is very hard to do. Oh! Infi. His attention slipping for just a second. 2 webs, 2 kills. It's only 2 gyros, of course. Not the end of the world. But not 100% necessary losses. This camp should be pretty easy to solo creep for the Dreadlord. That's going to be level 2 at the very least. Lich inventory looking really good. He's got damage, he's got survivability, and even perhaps a lightning shield he could make use of. Does 1-0 expect attacks? Doesn't look like he does. Expansion only starting to pay off now. First Ziggurat is done. Has to be morphed into a narrow tower right away. Good scout. Again, the destroyer scouting is so important. Sees the tank coming. Sees the human army. 1-0 though, forgetting about the Ziggurat. But the ghouls, it's frenzy ghouls I think, are already here. They're pretty good against the tank. The tank has no upgrades really. Not too many anyways. 2 tanks now, however. And T8 is trying to distract from the tanks with his main army. The tank is supposed to take out this haunted over there. There being no Nerop is a really big problem right now. And I think this haunted is going to fall. Well done by Infi. Realizing exactly how he has to play this. The Lich is almost surrounded. Where's the Frost Armor? Not using the Frost Armor. That was a pretty sloppy mistake. And the haunted is taken out. Nerop Tower was too late. Ghouls were too late. Fiend about to drop. There's a coil ready. Not using it though. He's using it offensively instead. He wants to get the MK. And he will get him with the last lit shot coming in. Killing expansions is not the only thing that matters. Question is how expensive it is. And so far... Oh, if he loses the Paladin, it's only level 1 hero though. Gets the sleep surround. That's also really nice about the Dreadlord. With the sleep, with the surround potential. The chase down, the pick off is outstanding. Once you get an advantage, once you know you can win a fight easy, sleep is amazing. But 1-0 now doesn't have the gold anymore to set up a new haunted gold mine. The lumber, I mean, excuse me. Thank you very much, Choli123, for the 4-month resub. Thanks for your awesome Okra 3 coverage, he says. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Both players now taking the red camp. It's only the AM so far getting the experience here. That's not what he wants. He wants to level up the other heroes. Where are they? MK is still benched, so is the Paladin. DK's level 4, Lich is level 4, Dreadnought's level 3. These hero levels are super strong. 6 frenzy ghouls. Wow. 1-0 going heavy on the ghouls. Of course, he needed the lumber to finally set up the next haunted. There we go. Took quite a while, but he will get it in the end. Items from the red camps. What do we have? Hood of Cunning is alright. What do we have here? Claws plus 12. Meh. It's also just alright. Alright, 2 more gyros being found. Once again, this gyro control could be a little bit better, but it's still okay. Of course, also, Carrion Swarm is amazing against gyros. Against tanks and gyros, both, Carrion Swarm is outstanding.
A town is under siege. A player's
And the Dreadlord has full mana. Has 4 Carrion Swarms to use pretty soon. Mass Frenzy Ghouls at the expansion, that's nice. Dreadlord level 4 would be a big level up here for the increased sleep. DK level 5 as well, of course. A-bombs here now as well. Griffins would be really strong against this army. Do we have any Griffins anywhere? Nope. No transition coming. Seems like Infi is going to try to go for the same tactic again. Distract with the main force, and the tanks take out the expansion. But against so many ghouls, it's not that easy. And the ghouls are ready. And the Nerob is ready this time as well. But the water elementals are here as well. This might be enough. Over here, the Dreadlord in deep trouble. The heal is coming in from the coil, but it's not that much of the heal thanks to the Orb of Fire. He has to go for the next heal in coil, and there it is. But the Knights are pretty beefy. Big heal scroll by Infi. Lich in trouble. He doesn't have the time for the invul. Oh my god. Coil coming in, buys him the time. Invul comes in after. But the DK only has a single coil left. Oh, actually, he has a mana potion. There's more coils for him. It's all about healing in this late game. Carrion Swarm gets 1 more kill. But the expansion was cancelled again. And the ghouls, well, some of them died. 2 of them, I think, died. That was not that expensive. It cost him 2 siege tanks and a knight, I think. And that was all that Infi really lost. But now the Dreadlord's almost level 4. DK is getting closer to 5. There's more creeps left over here. Is there an item still over here? Well, slippers. There we go. Level 4 Dreadlord. DK gets the invul. Infi gets the invul on the other side. The hero levels are the problem for Infi. AM, of course, is looking good, but MK2, Paladin 1? That's awful. That's completely awful. Infi's got the superior numbers, but 1-0 has the levels. What is making sure he has the invuls. No Death Pact on the DK, by the way. That's a little dangerous. If he's out of position, Stormbolt, Focus Fire can be threatening. But again, with those low-level nukes, level 1 Stormbolt, level 1 Holy Light, it's not that scary. It's the Knights, really, which are doing the most damage here. Plus the AM. And Water Elementals, I suppose. Wouldn't mind a second Ziggurat here, by the way, for a second Narrow Tower. So I can always slow both tanks. Speaking of tanks. Zeppelin drop! Do they have flying machine bombs? Oh, they don't. It's coming in, though. Flying machine bombs gives ground attack to the flying machines, which is also siege damage. It's definitely not a lot of damage, but it is additional damage against buildings. Can the 2 tanks do it by themselves? Ghouls have to react quickly. Second Ziggurat coming in a little bit late. And again, the main force serving as distraction. First Fiend dies really quickly. 2 Fiends die instantly. Seems like 1-0 is busy over on the other side. Paladin getting nuked, but he gets to level 2 thanks to the 3 fast Fiend kills. Oh my god, these Fiends just disappeared. But the heroes are still standing, and the heroes are the big deal here for 1-0. Staff coming out to save the Knight. Lich in trouble. Stormbolt, almost a surround. Clap coming in, but not much damage from the Clap, really. And now the MK is almost out of mana. Nova coming in against the Knight. Lich in trouble as well. DK has the call though. Doesn't have to use the invul yet. But again, expansion cancelled. This keeps on happening over and over. 1-0 really needed the second narrow tower. With a second narrow tower, you can slow both tanks. Yeah, this one was too late. This ziggurat should have been here way sooner. It's easier, you know, said than done though. 1-0 has to really carefully manage his resources. He's in upkeep all the time. He's rarely mining from this base. And he needs invuls, he needs fiends, he needs ghouls, A-bombs, he needs a lot of stuff. But now he's almost 5-5. However, MK is level 3, right? Not quite. MK is basically level 3 though. MK is level 3, Paladin's level 2, AM's level 5. Finally, these hero levels are looking good.
A player's forces
Plus,
are under attack.
oh, that's where the damage came from, by the way. 3-1 on the Knights. Plus Sundering Blades. So they basically have 4.5 attack upgrades against Fiends. Yeah, they're really good against Fiends. And against them you would want Banshees, but the important thing is Spellbreakers are still here. Spellbreakers you absolutely want against Undead in the late game. Not many, but a few. So, seems like this is going to be the 4th time Infi does this. Distract with the main army and then the tank drop will be coming. Oh, one destroyer is going to die to the gyros. Destroyer doesn't matter too much though, to be honest. Slaughterhouse is going to get taken out. The A-bombs are going to be gone. And here we go again. Tank. Oh, it's only one tank though. That's not enough. Does Infi really want to fight in the Undead base? He does have a TP to get out. Water Elemental's looking very strong. And Dreadlord coming in for the Carrion. Okay, that was a whiff. Fiend, one more kill. Oh, he already got level 3 somewhere. MK does have the level 2 Stormbolt now. That's a game changer. Knight gets taken out here, though. Expo still mining. Are there more tanks coming? One more, yes. Main's expired, by the way, as we can obviously see. And 1-0 doesn't want to go in here for the defense. Level 5 Lich. Okay, now it's time. An instant TP out. Yeah, he knows. Okay, level 5 Lich. That's scary city for the Knights. $80 supply for Infi. 5, 3, 2 heroes. Not perfect. He would love to have level 3 Paladin. But that's not that easy to get at this point in the game. More tanks. One tank is easy to deal with. But there's 2 tanks in the Zeppelin. However, one is very hurt. There's still a bunch of Frenzy Ghouls over here. 5 Frenzy Ghouls. Carrion Swarm takes out 1 Gyro. If the Dreadlord gets to level 5, this nuke is insane. I think the Paladin... he has to stay in the back. Just don't go in the front. Alright, here we go again. Tank drop in the back. The Water Element's also trying to deal with the ghouls in the main fight brewing over here. Knights dropping low though as well. The Lich is ready with the Nova. Sleep a little bit too late perhaps. Holy Light still came out. And the Dreadlord in trouble. But gets the coil again and he is healed up again. With that level 3 coil, the healing is still enough even with the Orb of Fire. Heal scroll from the human side. More kills onto the Fiends. Good micro though. Saves that Fiend actually. The Lich perhaps in a little bit of trouble. The coil is on cooldown but good control by 1-0. Moving into the back. But the damage on the Fiends is impeccable from these Knights. However, the siege tanks, they can't take out the expansion. They can't. The towers and the ghouls take care of them. Nova, Carrion Swarm, more AoE damage from these spells. But the mana's running low. Running really low on the Undead side. DK still has coils left, but the Lich, basically no more Nova. One more, actually. Coil also against the A-bomb, and the expansion is alive. Tanks couldn't take it out. The A-bomb, though, that one's gonna die. Again, the coil, a little bit too late. But once more, the TP force, the Paladin perhaps in trouble. But he makes it out. However, Paladin, basically level 3 suddenly. But 1-0, oh my god, he lost everything. And a tank in the main, very smart by Infi. Those fiends, though, they're getting murdered. I mean, it's 3-3 knights. 3-3 knights. 13 armor. With the aura. He needs Dreadlord level 5. 120 does. Not many ghouls left, by the way. It's getting harder to deal with these tanks. And more tanks are coming. Even with being 4 supply nowadays, tanks still have their purpose. Thank you very much, cheeky wanker. Keep going, boys, he says. We will. Thank you very much. Zeppelin drop number 4, I think it is. Even the shutter's coming in now. It's time to party. Shredder still more damage than 3 attack knights, by the way. A lot less tanky, though. Gyro is leading the way. Water Elemental will be joining in. Infi's playing this really well. He's playing this really smart. This is always so hard to deal with for 120 and these fiends. Oh my god. That damage is just insane. He's trying to go for the AM. There's a sleep. There's no heal. And the AM is dead. And that's a level 5 for the Dreadlord. This game is far from over. He finds the weakness. And I say it again. Human late game should buy Periapt of Vitality on the AM. Nova again. Stormbolt coming in. Counter attempt on the Dreadlord. There's an invul still though left for him. Another heal. Holy Light coming in. Nova's ready again. No. Coil defensively on the Dreadlord. And the expansion is gone. The tanks took it out. Infi got what he came for. But he may have to sacrifice the Paladin for this. Nova. Oh, the invul. And the counter kill attempt on the DK. I think he's dead. Holy Light misclick. But still gets the kill. It's level 4 for the Mountain King. Lich trying to get the return kill. The Nova. Can he reach? It's really close. The Carrion Swarm is not long enough. He's trying to. The Nova is queued. But now he loses vision. It's nighttime. MK gets back to the shop. And that looks like it's it. But this expansion will not be coming up. Really close game though. Cool game. But it is GG. And 1-1. Also. That was a nice game. Well done by Infi. Always with these two-pronged attacks. And also fairly well defended by 120. But he could have done it a little bit better. He should have had 2 Nerobs there way sooner. And especially at the first defense, he didn't have all the ghouls from the main at the expansion. But they should have been there. And if he defends the first attack better, the human heroes never get to those levels. Once MK and Paladin are both level 3, it's pretty decent for the human, but before they're there, they're not dead weight, but they're pretty weak. Pretty weak in the late game. But that was a really close game. Could have gone either way. Well played by both. 1-1 now. So, we have one last deciding third map. That one's gonna start here soon. Let's see if we have some other results. Where did we leave off? Wait a moment. Ah yeah, so Foggy defeats PCG with 2-0. We knew that. Lin defeats Lawliot with 2-0. WFZ's leading 1-0. Colorful defeats Sock with 2-0. Wow. What's up with Colorful? He's back. Nice to see. And TH is leading versus Romantic with 1-0. Lowerbracket is playing against Colorful. The second game now. The score there is 1-0 for Lowerbracket. Right. Map number 3. 1-1. Let's go. One to 0. Top right in the red. Infi bottom left in the blue. Fast expansion. Looked pretty good there by Infi. I wonder, does that change 1-0's outlook on that game? You don't have to counter expand. You can all in against the expansion. Either with destroyers or with wagons. And 1-0 was all about that wagon siege back in the day. Wagon siege has become stronger, quite a bit stronger, with the new disease cloud. But I haven't seen him play that in forever. Infi, of course, also good at dealing with that style. He was suffering against that for a long time. Instant expansion on this map, really hard to make work. On old Northern Isles that was doable. But on the new one, it's a little bit too risky. So it's going to be a small green camp to begin with, which is also safer. The DK cannot arrive in time to steal any of the last hits here, or really to kill any of the peasants. I love that. Critters slain on the way, so you already get the first set of skeletons. So once you arrive down here, you have 4 skeletons by summoning the second set. Is he getting backpack as well? No. Seems like especially Asian undeads really don't like that anymore. It does slow down the tech by about 10 seconds maybe. Oh. Defensive call on the skeleton. And 1 base tech it is again.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's not like this camp is so much harder than AZ. I'm not even sure that it's harder at all. But, okay. Playing at 1 base here once more, which seems to be the weaker strat in my opinion, from what I've seen so far today. Oh, nice deny. AM still not level 2. Number mill coming once again. Here comes now the scout tower, walling off the main. Undead tech should be faster. Yep, by a little. Oh, the skeleton got the last hit. That was sweet. Oh, and it expires before it gives away experience, actually. And that's now the AM completely out of mana, so he really wants level 2 to get this mana regen going. DK tries to get some last hits here, but it's nighttime, so it's hard for him to get in range and have the vision. But now comes the Fiend that makes things easier. Continuing to focus on the AM. Use the coil for the level 1 creep. So now it's not ready perhaps for the level 2 creep. Yeah, was still on cooldown. Creeping slowed down tremendously on both sides. But the AM, just 1 more skeleton, and he gets his level 2. He wants it so bad. Is 1-0 baiting with these skeletons? Is he doing this intentionally? To get more damage in on the footies? Look how they're split. One's here, one's here, one's here. The AM just can't get it. Not yet. But once the IM's level 2, he's gonna have one water elemental again. Regen was good enough for this. Rods of Necromancy, though, all used up. This is where the backpack would have come in really handy. But, you know, can't have everything.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Sniper Fiend. Perfectly lines up the kill. So tier 2 is done. Tier 3 Rush, Lich, and Slaughterhouse. Standard. Taking on only 2 Fiends. This is something you can do on against 1 base human. Against 2 base human, taking on only 2 Fiends is a little risky because you have to apply pressure to the human expansion. And doing that with only 2 Fiends is very hard. So, tier 2 export time again. This time even almost before the MK.
A player's forces are under attack.
Rifles coming, priests coming. But we've seen this strategy fail now multiple times. Earlier already by Infi himself, and yesterday also by Sok. With it being attacked and destroyed by a tier 3 Undead timing with the Dark Ranger. And a bunch of Fiends and statues. Skeleton Scout coming in. 1-0 is definitely expecting this expansion. AM still not level 3.
Forces are under attack.
That's not ideal. Not ideal at all.
The town is under siege.
And 1-0 sees the opening here to be aggressive against this expansion. I guess he didn't expect it to be so late, maybe? And the Nova is gonna hurt. This may cost 1-0 the TP, but as long as he doesn't lose too many Fiends, this is absolutely great for him. Nova, Coil, oh damn. Another peasant dying here. Ouch! That is extremely painful. And now he can just TP. All the peasants are dead. Oh my god. Oh. That is neck-breakingly painful.
A player's forces are under attack.
That normally costs you the game. And that's what I mean. Like, this didn't even happen before, this punish against the peasants. But this strategy is just... it just seems risky. It seems to me like early expansion is just much better. Oh, and now the counter export from 1-0 is coming in. I like that, actually. Wait, do I like that?
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, the human tier 3, if it ever comes, is going to be very late. And with all the damage he just dealt, this expansion should be safe. Oh, Footy Scout. If that one gets Coil Nova, it's a little suspicious. That, in addition to where the Undead army is coming from, this smells like a counter expansion. Yeah. Coil Nova on a lowly footman. That's suspicious. Infi's just continuing to creep here. MK, he's very survivable with the Hellstone and... oh, the AM is gonna have to TP. No, Hellstone keeps him safe. Why was he so low? Why was the AM so hurt? Just tanking against some of the creeps, I guess.
A player's forces are under attack.
So what is there not going Dark Ranger? Not yet, anyways. MK not level 3 makes it really hard to engage into this Undead army. I think he's got the numbers though. He's got 5 rifles, 2 priests. There's only 1 destroyer, so water elementals are useful. I think Infi's playing a little too afraid right now. But it's a hard call to make. If you go in and you think it's fine to go in and suddenly you lose the whole army, then the game's over. So it's easy for me to say, oh, he's playing too carefully. But it's harder than that. Coil Nova, that's 1 kill. The Lich is really low mana though, so it doesn't look like 1-0 actually wants to take a real fight. Just wants to look for some pickoffs here or there. But now perhaps it's time for the MK to find some kills. He falls back again. Especially with the Lich being so low mana. Now he should definitely be chasing. At least put some damage on the Fiends. He's gonna find a nice creep jack here. 1-0 may have to TP out of this. Oh wait, he doesn't have a TP. Right, he used that earlier. Lich gets level 3. With that, one Nova is ready again. Oh, the web coming in against the Destroyer. That's an easy kill now. Or is it? Oh, so close! The manual heal on the statue. Very nicely done. Keeps the Destroyer alive. Lich now. He's got the Nova. What's he aiming for? MK wants level 3. There we go. And now it's time to go for the Fiends. Why is he not going for the Fiends? Okay, there we go. It's a spell against the Frost Armor. I like that. Oh, but the Crypt Lord is coming. Say hello to the third hero with the Impale. Very good against Riflemen. Alright, that Impale wasn't so good. Could have been better. But the MK also, low mana himself. Only one single Stone Bolt left. Going for the DK. Perhaps he can force the invul. GG. Huh.